Welcome everyone to a whimsical time where we're looking into...
Folklore, because it is the merry month of May.
I see. Simon's little... is back?
My penis? Oh, my pee-pee! Pee-pee!
I threw that one, that was a curveball. They have found a lovely little hat for Daff.
Doesn't he look handsome? World's most handsomest boy.
He's a little fairy wearing a plant hat. What an adorable boy.
Row, but in Welsh.
What are we going to do today then?
We're looking at some of the richest tapestry of folklore in existence.
Yes.
The
little quirky...
England's weird little fuckeries.
There's tons of them, and I'm sure it's part of the lovely, quaint islands in which we live. Britain's weirdest folk rituals. Okay, so we're starting with an article at least 7 years old.
Yeah. So...
which says...
Oh, right, because they're going to be out of date. These 500-year-old folk rituals are going to be out of date. They've been updated in the last 7 years.
Well, at least it's not an advert.
Wow, you don't know. You might get... Is Hare Pie available at McDonald's?
What the fuck is Hare Pie?
I'm too much of a gentleman to make a joke about that.
Hare Pie. I hope someone is going to explain that to me at some point.
Oh my God. We need to get... I'm sure this is part of production trolling us. I'm sure it is. The lack of a mouse pad. And we got this. We got AstroTurf, or whatever it is. Some fake plastic fuckery.
Where is even the mouse now?
I can't even see it.
It's probably on like the dual screen in the other room.
Okay, there it is. I got it. Okay, the hood. We're starting with the hood. Hood and then the Hare Pie.
The Haxey Hood.
So there's this article in The Guardian by a guy that is devoted his life to investigating these folk rituals in person, attending them, getting involved. Sometimes he gets, a bonk on the head, a scratch, a horrible burn. It happens when you're involved with some of these. These are very active activities.
So these are like playing football in the river in your village?
Well, yeah, that was like a neighbouring village where we first met. Bolton on the Water. It was a little thing they used to do, play five-a-side football in the river.
Yep.
The Windrush River that eventually becomes the Thames.
And it's just a bit of village fun.
I don't know if they even do it anymore.
Like the cheese rolling, I guess. Or
yes.
Like stuff like that. But this is even older. So.
Well, I mean, I'm not sure how old this one is here.
The Haxey Hood is described as mayhem.
Yeah.
There are 200 or more guys crushed together. A bit like a rugby scrum, which is known as the sway. The idea is that you try to move the hood, a leather cylinder about 2 foot long.
So it's like a rugby ball, an American football, but it's much longer, so multiple people can grab onto it at a time.
So there's 200 guys trying to move a leather cylinder to a village pub, to whichever village pub they want to go to.
So I think there's 3 different pubs. So there's basically 3 teams.
Right.
And they each want to bring it back to their
pub.
Yeah.
Apparently hedges go down, cars get shoved out of the road, and the steam that comes off them is incredible.
It's like racehorses after a big race. All the steam comes off of them.
Right, yeah. Because it's never hot enough here.
Only it's a bunch of 200 men.
From a village.
Sweating.
And then the game ends when the hood is touched by one of the landlords while still on his own premises.
Yeah.
I've known landlords to be held horizontally over the front edge of the sway. What language is this?
Their feet only just... The sway is the name of the scrummage of the 3 different teams.
Okay. So he's like crowd surfing.
Yeah, but his feet have to touch the property, the pub. So his feet are on the lintel, which is the beam over the doorway. So his feet, his tiptoes are touching that. He's laying horizontal over a group of people, and he's reaching out to touch this 3-foot-long leather thing. As people are like pushing and punching each other.
Oh, I don't know if they're punched each other.
Oh, I'm sure there's a few punches thrown.
Oh, is it that serious? I think it's supposed to be like, people do take it seriously, but it's mostly old men.
It's mostly like men that have spent a whole year just being angry and looking for an outlet.
Oh, right.
And this is the outlet.
In their village.
Yeah.
And you've got the 3 fat pub landlords.
Yeah.
Who are like, oh, bring her over to me.
I need the hood. Give me the hood.
Yeah.
You may be wondering why it's called a hood. You may be asking,
Why, Simon?
why
Is it called a hood?
So it's all based on a story from the 14th century when the lady of the manor, of the village, she was out riding on her horse and the wind blew her hood off. And a group of men chased after the hood as it just rolled along the fields, down the road.
They all chased it. Oh, I see.
And
they all wanted to be the one who he was going to bring back.
And she was following on the horse. Oh, this is jolly good fun. And she gifted the locals some farmland.
Oh.
Because they retrieved the hood. And
wow.
But she said you can only keep her for a year.
The farmland.
And then you have to do this again, reenact it. And then you get to keep the land for another year.
Right.
So every year they had to reenact chasing after the hood. And then over time, it became this large leather cylinder. So it's easy for multiple people to grab onto and manipulate and push around and pull. And because if it was literally just a hood, it'd be torn to pieces.
Who owns the oh, I see, because they're fighting over it.
I don't know if the land is probably... It's probably not even a part of it
anymore. Like a Greg's now.
Yeah.
It's like not relevant. Sure. There is a threat to the future of the event in that one of the 3 pubs could close and be demolished. 7
years ago, this article.
So it might well have already been knocked down.
Yeah.
There's a second Greg's has opened in the village. This is really worrying. It's so important that these traditions survive. Is it?
Oh, yeah. I forgot.
We got video evidence for podcast listeners.
For fuck's sake.
You will. We'll have to just describe to you what we're seeing.
Okay, so we've got the hood.
The Haxey Hood. I don't really get it. Oh, hang on. This puts a whole different spin on it.
Oh, thanks, YouTube. Reject all.
Okay, the Haxey Hood. It's exactly what I thought it would be like. It's exactly...
Bunch of rowdy men.
It's very Reform UK, this whole place.
Oh my God.
Do you know what I mean?
A lot of white faces. We play a game. We could say... Let's play a game, okay? How long into each video before we see a person of colour?
Oh, even worse!
There we go! 33 seconds!
So, for those listening on the podcast, I'm not going to describe it. You just have to watch the video version.
This is what got fucking Little Britain, Chris Lilly cancelled.
Oh my God.
You can't be doing it!
There it is. Guys.
I'm going to be honest, don't like the vibe. I don't like the vibe. I know, I'd be fine there. I'm from Gloucestershire, I'm white, I'm, in my 40s, large man. Look, let's just skip forward to the actual...
This is 12 minutes long. God, yeah, it's too long.
Ladies!
He's in charge!
Is that it? That's the hood, right?
We are gathered here today to play the ancient game. I welcome you all from near and far. And I
Yeah,
trust
mostly
in
near.
the Lord.
So, let's be honest. So this, I don't know if this is quite as fun.
The tar barrels of Ottery St Mary.
So this is Devon.
I've heard of the place, yeah.
So, I mean, the author of this article, this folklorist, Doc, he confesses that he's a pyromaniac and he's got scars all over his hands because he witnessed and filmed this
The
ritual.
tar barrels of Ottery St Mary.
So the idea is you've got a wooden barrel and it's got a bunch of thick tar or pitch.
Okay.
And they don't clean it after every year. So we've still got the old... So this it's been blackened and horrible.
I see, yeah.
So they put a new layer on top of it. They fill it with straw. Then they pour paraffin all over it. They set it alight. They roll it around to make sure it's completely on fire. And then someone picks it up, puts it on their shoulder, and then runs through the streets.
On fire.
Yeah.
The
And
only protection
of course they got protection. They got potato sack.
They're in armour.
They got a potato sack. That's the only thing. Potato sack, and I think there's some chicken wire or something, maybe. I don't know. But,
Okay.
yeah.
This stuff's weird. Nobody knows the origin as well, says Doc. There have been fanciful tales of the Spanish Armada being sighted and a local lad using a barrel to light a warning beacon.
Maybe.
Kind of nice.
Maybe that's what, where it all started.
But who cares? What matters is that it still happens now, and it's quite insane. Even Doc thinks it's quite insane, and he's been burned by it.
He's a self-confessed pyromaniac.
It
sounds so dangerous. Imagine you got a potato sack with a bunch of chicken wire, so there's a slight of a thickness of a chicken wire between the flames and your skin,
Yeah,
and the chicken wire will heat up.
well,
as well.
obviously.
And you're carrying a big heavy barrel on fire,
Do you think they...
and a bunch of people clapping. Oh, good job, good work.
Is there one guy who's very strict on the rules for this stuff as well? And he's like, you have to use potato sacks.
Or you get whipped.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you can't use oven gloves or...
Oven gloves.
Well, do you know what I mean? Like, it's more sensible stuff. Or like those silicone...
Asbestos. Just an asbestos suit.
Go on, lad, put it on the traditional asbestos suit. It hasn't been washed in 400 years.
Itches! It itches!
It's making my lungs tingle. Yeah.
Not good, is it?
This is a wild one.
Yeah.
I mean, what would you think if you were like a tourist visiting Ottery
And you
St
didn't
Mary?
realise that it was happening.
Yeah.
And you were just like, oh, I can't wait to go to the local pub, have a pint of traditional English beer.
And there's these guys dressed in like potato sack costumes,
You're like, what's the deal with
running
this?
down the street on fire.
They're like, all right, just wait a couple of minutes. He's coming. And then you just see this guy on fire running down the road.
Screaming. You'd think you'd walked into like Midsummer, do you know what I mean? Or something, some creepy cult stuff was going on.
But it's not creepy, it's just a bit of fun.
Unnerving. Oh, no, you're right. It's
Yeah.
just tradition. We've done it before, so we have to do it again. Can I do the running pitch barrel next year, Daddy?
Oh, well, you're going to become a man next year. You're going to be 12-year-old. It's time to pick up the barrel.
Ottery St Mary has a population of less than 5.
It looks like a crime video. Look, the police are there. It looks like a warehouse has burned down, killing 4 children. It's like, oh, fuck.
Its top attraction is a garden centre.
Oh, that's how you know
pretty
it.
decent, but don't let that
From the
fool
garden
you,
centre.
because there's something even better to do here.
There's a
For
pizza
hundreds
or
of
more.
years, on the 5th of November, locals from the town set fire to tar barrels. They pick them up and plough through the streets crowded with tens of thousands of visitors. It's
Fuck.
a real experience. There are street parties, thrill.
Shut the fuck up.
What?
Oh, my God. That man. Like, I watched the video.
Is it AI or not? I can't even tell. He spoke so stiltedly.
There it is. Look at this.
Oh, fuck.
It's very burning.
It's like a steam train. A lot of smoke. Oh my God. That can't be safe. That can't be safe.
So it's empty, and they keep spraying
More paraffin.
in there. It's
Only
like
local people are allowed to carry it. They're known as the barrel rollers. Okay.
Oh, they do have big oven gloves on. Look.
What the fuck? It's supposed to be potato sacks.
Well, maybe they are. Oh, it's very colourful.
Fucking hell. Someone must have been killed, right? 1 year.
No one is.
Oh my God!
Oh!
The fucking barrel's fucked!
Okay, so eventually it disintegrates, falls on the floor, and everyone cheers.
But I thought it was the same barrel every year that they use.
How?
I mean, it clearly isn't, because I thought it was the straw and the paraffin that burns, but they actually just let the barrel burn.
Oh, it's it's very colourful. Those.
I just
those
assumed the
flames.
fire was at like a lower temperature for some reason.
Yeah,
it
like-
wouldn't actually burn the.
They use
wood.
special low temperature fire for it. Yeah.
You realise that like paraffin burns at a lower temperature than wood, right?
Right.
That's how you can start a fire using paraffin.
I didn't know that.
Like paraffin just like evaporates at room temperature, right?
Oh yeah, but it's still
It's incredibly flammable. Burns at a relatively
low temperature. It's so safe.
Well, you can probably put your hand over a paraffin lamp, right? With the fire burning.
I'm sorry.
It hurts a bit and you get the smoke, but it is relatively low temperature.
I didn't know there was like a safe fire option. Now I know this is safe. I'm not worried about it.
I mean, it looks perfectly safe to me.
I'm reassured.
The Burryman. Okay. 1 year he had 23 whiskies before 2 p.m.
The Burryman. The
Burryman.
Burryman?
He's
Burryman?
burry because he's covered in burrs.
And 1 year he had 23 whiskies before 2 p.m.
Yeah, he knows how to party. This is more extraordinary than anything at the Edinburgh Festival, which is on at the same time just a few miles away.
Okay.
I'm sure festival goers would love to see the Burryman, if only they knew about him. I have the honour of dressing him on the morning of Burryman Day. He's completely covered except for his hands with thousands of prickly burrs. These are burdock seeds, nature's Velcro. Now, if you have a cat that goes outside,
sake.
you may notice
Oh, you're covered in nature's Velcro.
they got one of those little spheres with spikes on. stuck to
Yeah,
them.
the Burryman.
And maybe one time, you know, your cat Meckins, hypothetically, is lying down next to you, and you reach down and you feel one of these burrs, and you try and pluck it off of him, and then you realise this is nipple that you're trying to remove. And then you're like, you've got very prominent nipples, haven't you, son? And so you Google 10-year-old cat erect nipples, and then you get a warning from Google saying that you may be trying to access child pornography because of the words 10-year-old erect nipples.
And then you go to prison.
Hypothetically, this is something that may happen to someone. Anyway, the Burryman. He's often scratched and bleeding.
It was only
by
a
the
matter
end
of
of the
time
day.
before we got shut down, wasn't it? The Burryman.
Yeah. He puts on long johns and a long sleeve t-shirt. Strictly speaking, it's not a t-shirt if it's long sleeved, is it?
Yeah,
I'm not sure what it becomes, but
good point.
yeah.
Then these burrs are slapped on. They've been slapped on. Up top, he wears a balaclava type hood. Is this another one of them British rallies? Also covered in burrs with space left for his eyes so he can see. And his mouth so he can drink whiskey through a
That's
straw.
A big part of it is he has to drink lots of whiskey.
Through a straw.
Yeah, I mean, obviously this is a Scottish festival, not a good old English one.
What would we be drinking in that case?
Real ale.
Okay. As a final touch, there's a bowler hat decorated with a glorious array of flowers. The whole suit is very heavy and covered in little beasties that come crawling out of the burrs.
So the burrs aren't literally burrs. They're things that look like burrs, right?
No,
Maybe in the olden days it was real, but it looks so fucking weird.
It looks weird. It looks like army camo, but with a nice flowery hat.
Yeah. And he's got his 2 sticks with a bunch of flowers on. And he's got 2 men in kilts helping him carry them.
The Burryman.
I'm not quite sure
it's
where.
frightening. It would give you nightmares if you didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
And it's
Didn't know
very
medieval.
weird looking. And it must be very uncomfortable for the poor man. And that's why he has to have all the whiskies to put up with it.
It doesn't really explain where this came from, what it represents, or anything. It's just a lot of the time these things are forgotten, and the only thing that continues is the actual event itself.
People wonder, how does he go for a pee? But we don't ask. We could ask. He wears a nappy.
I think he just lets it go into the burrs.
It gets soaked up by the burrs, yeah.
So there's an important thing here. There's a story that if you put a coin in his pot, you'll have good luck for the rest of the year.
What pot?
He has a pot. Maybe
There's a
that's
pot?
what he pisses in.
He has got a pot to piss in.
Does it matter what kind of a coin? Because if it's a £2 coin,
Spend a penny.
he's gonna make a killing from people, right? If it's literally a penny.
A coin in his pot. People put, there's a lot of that good luck nonsense throwing coins. Coins are, money. If you give me some money, you'll have good luck. If you throw some money in my well, if you throw some money in my fountain, you'll have good luck. It's just a scam. It's a scam.
It's a fucking scam.
You know what I mean? People are suckers for good luck.
But you can't prove that it's a scam, can you?
Well, if you don't put a coin in the Burryman's pot,
You got bad luck.
he's going to come round, give you a good old bear hug.
He's gonna give you a good old pissing.
He's gonna
piss
he's gonna
out.
hug you like this. And you've got like
Birds! You could be
all the
because
pissy
you're wearing
birds
green.
stabbing you. I'm halfway there
You are.
because I think birds would go in this and get stuck.
You could wait a few years and you'll get all the little balls.
Have a little feel around to see if you can feel any burrs.
I think there's one there. Let me just Google if that's normal.
41-year-old man, erect nipples. Oh, he's looking like he's struggling. Looks like he's in pain. Oh dear. Oh, he doesn't look like he's liking it. It's an ordeal for him.
Maybe they are real birds. It's hard to tell.
That bell's very annoying. Can you pack it in, lad?
All right, enough of the
Oh, there's
bell.
the bucket. The little kid's carrying the bucket behind him.
Oh.
Put a coin in the Burryman's bucket. Or
Is
else...
anyone... I don't think anyone's really bothering.
Oh, he looks like he's in terrible pain. No one's
Got a
ever...
PlayStation t-shirt on. That kind of... It's supposed to be this folklore, this rich history of Scotland. Got a fucking PlayStation t-shirt on.
At least
Fuck
it's not-
off with the bat! Where's the lady feeding him whiskey?
1 minute, it's coming up. Here he is, look, he's going over to, he can smell whiskey. He can smell it to the right. Give me some fucking whiskey.
Shit, matey giving him a whiskey. What is she like? What is she like?
That's the whole point.
That's how he ended up having 23 before 2 p.m. because he's walking through the streets and old women are feeding him whiskey. And he has to drink it
He has to.
because he's
That's
in
the
terrible
law.
pain.
Is this a punishment to be the Burryman?
Can I have a selfie with you? Oh. This fucking car's trying to get through. That boy with his bell just doesn't not let up.
That guy.
Give it a rest!
The guy in the car is like on his way to like an important doctor's appointment. He's like, oh, I forgot his fucking. I forgot it was Burryman Day.
Good thing I got my whiskey with me. Let's go and feed him. Poor man. Look at him.
He starts shaking. Quick! Someone get him a whiskey! Quick!
He's going Bury berserk!
All the people out to see him.
Well, here he is at the Queen's Ferry Community Centre. And this is where he is ritually set on fire. No, he's given a pint!
No, it's got to be whiskey.
He sniffs it like it's... Dude, you haven't got a choice.
It better be single malt. None of the fucking mixed bullshit. None of that blended shit.
Give it a rest, lad!
Isn't it weird?
I love this, actually. It's a great costume. It is bizarre, though, with the flowery hat.
Someone will probably like comment under the video saying that the base is like massively anti-English, like the whole thing.
Right.
It's like, oh yeah, the Burryman, he murdered 12 English soldiers back in the day.
That sounds like it would be that, yeah.
John Burr. Oh no, it wouldn't be John, it'd be Jack.
Enough for that.
You don't like the bell? The bloodiest event in England. The Hare Pie Scramble and bottle kicking. So this should be the real deal. The one with the fucking hood, that was bollocks, wasn't it? It was just like a white pride event. There's a lot of chanting and tossing and drinking and cake. This is the real shit, isn't it?
Okay.
It's contested between the neighbouring villages of Medbourne and Hallerton, but it's called the Hallerton Hare Pie Scramble. I bet that really fucking pisses off the Medbourne lads.
Right, I see. Well, they call it the Medbourne
Right,
Hare Pie Scramble, so they don't. The object is to get a barrel or bottle, but it's actually a barrel, over the other village's boundary.
So I think they refer to it as a bottle.
The person who does
actually barrel-shaped.
that gets to drink the beer it contains and share it around.
Right.
There's about 8 pints, and it's best of 3 barrels. You can kick and roll and run with them. There are no clear rules. People have had their heads split open from a barrel coming down on them. I once photographed a guy with blood pouring out of his mouth and bits of his teeth flying out. Oh my goodness.
Fucking hell. Oh, I bet he was like, oh, this is some content right here.
The day begins with a parade through the streets with 3 barrels, accompanied by a band and a large hare pie, which the local vicar blesses. For fuck's sake. Then it's chopped up in front of the church and just thrown out into the crowd.
How big is this pie?
I know people who keep that piece of pie, green and mouldy, on their mantelpiece for the whole year for luck.
This reminds me of a Fist of Fun bit that they did back in the day, where they baked a giant pie and then they used the leftover bits of pie to make a pie.
Right.
And then they would save that up for like 10 years, all those bits, and they'd make a pie.
Yuck.
Every so often. And yeah.
Yeah, it's like, it's not quite the same as that forever, like the mother or whatever, you know, the forever...
The forever mother.
The forever soup, where you always keep back 5% of the soup every day.
I see.
And you keep it going forever, right?
No, it's a disgusting version
of that. On Hare Pie Bank, the barrel is thrown up 3 times, then it's anybody's. People get severely damaged. I remember one lovely sunny day when there were 19 ambulances called to come pick up the bodies.
The bodies?
It's a bit like the cheese rolling, where St John's ambulance waits at the bottom to get those injured by a £9 double Gloucester rolling at 70 miles per hour.
Yeah.
One year, when they couldn't sort out security and safety in time, some local lads decided to hold a scaled down version of the cheese rolling.
Yeah.
They used a baby bell instead of a...
Just a little side story. Rolling a baby bell.
So they rolled
It's like a protest. It's political correctness gone mad. Can't roll a £9 cheese down a hill. We've got a baby bell. There.
How do you like that? Is that what makes it dangerous?
The weight of the cheese? No, it's the fact that this is very steep, bumpy hill.
If you were fucking...
People go rolling ass over tit.
If you were killed by a cheese wheel...
What a way to go. What a fucking...
Put that on my fucking tombstone.
Oh, that's how we all want to go.
The
BBC.
most picturesque village in Leicestershire is...
This video's from 1978.
My year.
That's when you were born.
Yeah. Oh, back in the day. Oh.
Look at time changed. You ready for Hare Pie Scramble?
is without dispute Hallerton. It has a strange conical market cross and an even stranger
like a
annual event, part gastronomic, part barbaric. Every Easter...
What is he saying? Is he speaking English? An
Yes.
angular vent barks barbaric. What did he say?
He's speaking
stranger
RP
annual event,
English.
part gastronomic,
Do you want to
part
press C?
Angular event part strangular event part gastronomic
barbaric.
part barbaric.
Every Easter
I
Monday
see.
since 1770, there's been a hare pie scramble and bottle kicking battle. The rector, as token payment for the rent of a field,
Lot of
is required
potatoes
to
in that
provide
hare
2
pie.
hare pies and enough ale to fill 3 kegs.
Oh,
The
there
day
we,
before the
there
portions
we
are
go.
distributed, Mrs.
Oh,
Edith
yeah.
It's the fucking rector's wife who's making it, not bloody rector, is it? Typical.
Payne sets to work on the pie.
Oh,
She
yeah.
has done for
That's
the
the
past
good shit
25
right there.
years.
Is that hare pie?
Yeah.
What's in it?
Hair?
Actual hair?
Yeah, and potatoes.
Ugh. Or was in
The story
hair
goes
like
that 2 young
rabbits?
ladies have been
Are you fucking serious?
Sorry, what?
Did you actually
But
think
look
it was
at it!
hair?
What's it look like? She's got bones!
It's a very stringy meat. It's usually like slow cooked.
How many hairs is that?
Rabbit hair. It's very
It looks more like actual hair. They scrape it off floor of barbers.
chased by a bull, and a hare rushed across the path and diverted it. So now, strange gratitude, it ends up in a pie along with potatoes and onions.
Oh yeah.
But there aren't many hares round Hallerton, so this one comes from a deep freeze.
Yes,
Because that's where they come from.
And this was in the 70s.
That's
They probably don't even use hair no more. Probably use rabbit.
If they can get it.
Now we put on the decorations, which is a leaf shape, which looks rather fantastic when it's finished.
Yeah, I'm sure it looked lovely when it's ripped apart and thrown out into a fucking crowd.
Done a great job on the pie.
It looks
Look at
fucking
that
lovely,
pie.
doesn't
She's done
it?
a lovely
Get
job
that
on
fucking
pie.
parsley
Chuck
off
that
of it.
pie out into the audience.
So
Yeah.
They've been open for 3 hours, and everybody's in
Toss
the
the pie.
Look at all
Toss
these-
the pie.
Fucking Margaret Thatcher looking asses.
mood. They've
That's
been
how
on
all
June
women
which
look
goes,
like in the 70s.
Easter Monday is the day at Hallerton for fun. You see the club folks go to church, and the lads and lasses run.
There it is.
This could be
bottle.
filmed this year, honestly.
When
Well,
the
no.
pie reaches the church, it's received by the rector. He's always keen to produce a pie, especially since one of his predecessors refused and woke up to find the village festooned with signs saying, "No pies, no parson."
These days it'd say fuck the vicar.
The pies.
Get rid of the woke vicar. Some shit.
It's all over her face.
Oh, they're eating it. Oh, lovely bit of hare pie, isn't it? Oh. Well, it's nice, that is.
After the scrambling at Hare Pie Bank, the bottle kicking. Wooden casks filled with the rector's ale are used as rugger balls by 2 teams, the men of Hallerton and their rivals from neighbouring Medburn.
Here we go. This is the one. This is the one. This is the one. Oh, yeah, fucking got it!
The casks across the village stream. No holds are barred, old scores are paid off.
Oh, yeah.
It used
This
to be
is
part
the
of script
fucking
that the
shit
Hallerton
right
team
here.
always won.
He's off.
But the Medburn men got fed up with that, and now the rivalry is very real.
Oh, fuck! Not much passing
This
or
is
throwing
great.
is there? Oh, shit.
They all pile on. Oh,
It's a
jeez.
feuding, fighting game with very few rules, no referee. A day for bruises, black eyes, and bloody noses.
They not even got the ball.
It's a bottle.
A bottle. They're all getting chucked in the stream. This is cracking.
When the fight is over, the ale, frothing at the bung, will be taken to the market cross.
Frothing at the
drunk by
bung.
the victors, and the victims will be dragged away.
The victims.
Oh God! He's dead.
I was there.
Oh,
The 1978 Hare Pie Scramble.
Oh, that was fucking awesome. That was awesome.
Stilton getting a flopper in the old. What
No.
are these?
We don't talk about getting a flopper. Erectile dysfunction is very serious, Lewis. This is where it all started for me. Back in 1963. I've only missed 1 year since. I once said I always went back because I couldn't believe this was happening in England. Of course, the local people replied, "Well, it isn't. This is Cornwall." They really believe they're not part of England. Padstow. Famous Padstow.
Been there, yeah.
The Rick Stein restaurant.
They call it Padstein these days.
Yeah.
Because he just owns the whole place.
It's become very gentrified. I mean, I guess it always was in a way, but it's a very touristy place. It's one of the few remaining Obby Osses,
Sure.
or hobby horses. It's a communal event to welcome in the summer. Summer is coming in. But in a sense, it's Padstow people celebrating themselves. It's more important to them than Christmas, birthdays, or New Year. There is the Old Oss and the Blue Ribbon Oss, ferocious-looking beasts that seem very un-English. I mean, we saw the picture, it looked a bit like a Chinese dragon, kind of.
It looks kind of tribal, doesn't it? Very pagan.
Each creature has a man concealed under its enormous frame, his head covered with a heavy mask. They and their followers take separate routes through the town during the day, accompanied by singing, drums, and accordions. Later, they come together briefly to dance around the maypole. Oh, Jesus. The words of the May song, the passion and emotion, these are absorbed by the crowd in a way that seems to synchronize the collective heartbeat of the town. Just bear this in mind before we watch the video, okay?
Sure.
It's overwhelming. I get moved just talking about it. And I'll keep returning, even if I'm in a wheelchair. I've promised some of my ashes to Padstow.
Where are they promised the rest of your ashes? First of all...
Haxey Hood. We're getting some of his ashes as
Sure.
well, apparently. I'm looking forward to being fucking dead and burned and giving me ashes out.
Why is giving its ashes out to all sorts of different people? I don't want to be doing that. God.
They'd love it. They're like, oh yeah, 1932.
When I die, split my ashes up into 50 different parcels and mail it all over the fucking place. What? Don't do that.
1932.
We have really going back in time. Hang on a second.
What? So this is before telly, right?
Yes, this is one of those
For
ones that
commercial
played in the
television.
theatres.
Well, it'd often be like village town halls. They'd put a projector up. They'd have the Pathé newsreel. They'd put it on the projector and they would show it to people. And that's how people caught up with the news.
Yes.
As well as the wireless, obviously.
The
But
Padstow Obby
you
Oss,
see actual moving
whose
images.
origin is buried in oblivion
Always is. Oblivion.
and
Oh my
has
God. Todd Howard?
been held from time immemorial to welcome in summer. Sound filmed for the first time.
So this is around the same time as Marx Brothers movies, right? It's fucking weird, isn't it?
It's so
Oh, this is real fucking
So
Wicker Man
British.
shit. Like the disc thing has kind of a horse built into it, and then the mask It's like the rider.
It's mesmerisingly weird. I guess what happens is, like, when it finishes, they put it in a shed and they get it out next year. They just do the same thing, right?
Yeah.
And then when it gets old, they just replace it with a newer looking one. And that just goes on for hundreds of years.
Yes. Yeah. And no one knows how it started
No.
or what it represents.
We've just
or
been
anything.
doing this. My granddad did it. His granddad did it. What's he got in his hand? Like a little lollipop thing.
Little folly thing, like a jester. Britain's celebrating Nazi surrender. That was the next. Oh my god!
Fascinating stuff. Man, I wonder how it compares to one.
Well,
That's almost 100 years ago.
2024.
Oh.
Here we fucking go.
Okay, they got an accordion group, at least like 5 or 6 people with accordions, giving it a good go. No, there's more. She's not playing hers though. She's got a little marac. Where's the horse?
Well, where are the fucking horses? Oh, there we go.
Oh, here it is.
Oh yeah.
It's the same style.
It's not that different, is
It's
it?
the same style of
really?
the big disc and the drape and that weird like head thing that sticks out. It's so weird. It's like an alien spacecraft. I don't
Weird.
see. I don't
Obby Oss.
Weird.
Bit of a weird one. So there we go. A little look at folklore of the British Isles. Which one do you fancy going to? If we did a little trip. I'd probably say the Padstow one. It looks shit, but you do get to go to Padstow, and then you can have fish and chips.
Yeah.
And it's not very far
It looks
away.
quite chill. There's no like fighting. There's no scrambling.
There's nothing
or
on fire.
scrums. There's no pie being thrown out.
Yeah.
You know, they're a bit like you said at the start with the oh, chase after my hat for me, peasants, and I'll give you a boon.
The Haxey Hood, yeah.
Yeah, and then, you know, it's a little bit like, they're all a bit like that, aren't they? You know.
Oh, at least with that one, we kind of have the idea of where it came from. All the other ones, we've got no idea how they originated. It's just lost to history.
But clearly they have an element of food and drink in it. It's like, you know, here you go, poor people, do something stupid and I'll give you a pie.
And they tend to be like related to the beginning of summer in some way.
Right, I see. That's true.
So like a pagan festival celebrating summer.
I see. And they do all seem to have an element of good luck in them as well. Like they have to do something to get the good luck.
I'm not sure what the point of the tar barrel one was.
Or the horse particularly. But good on them for keeping it going all this time.
Yeah.
Since time immemorial.
And it will keep going for another several hundred years, I'm sure.
Since oblivion.
Even when Padstow's underwater, they'll still be doing it.
Just with like scuba masks.
Seahorses.
PP dives in.
Open the box. Oh,
Here it is.
the box.
Marry Lwyd, a Welsh tradition.
There's a Reddit post, but top comment has some good info, Lewis.
Today I learned about the Welsh Christmas tradition Marry Lwyd, which entails the use of a horse's skull mounted on a pole and carried by an individual hidden under a sackcloth, requesting, by singing, to get into people's houses in order to get food and drinks.
I've come to your house, I've come to your house, I'm hungry, I'm hungry, I'm thirsty, I'm a horse, but I'm dead. Top comment. Look at how strange that sounds by the total. Now consider that isn't even half of it. The jaw is often articulated so it can appear to speak.
Right?
The request is a demand in rhyme to which the resident is expected to reply also in rhyme as to why the Marry Lwyd and its party cannot come in. Also, it's not a polite drink and a plate of cookies. The party wants to raid your pantry and or liquor cabinet. To clarify, your rap battling a talking horse skull with your food and booze on the line.
Wow.
Enters a
Lwyd
pub.
enters a pub. It's 15 minutes long. Quimafan Mary Lwyd.
It's Kumathan. Kumathan. I like it. It's pretty traditional-ish Welsh dress.
So basically, he goes and raps to him in Welsh,
Yeah.
and then he raps back in Welsh to say,
Fuck off.
"Fuck off, you skeleton cunt!
Yeah.
You're not allowed into my pub." See, so it sounds like he's rhyming the same thing with the same thing. You can't just rhyme like, "I am a skeletal horse.
It's like war pigs.
I am hungry
isn't it?
for eating you because I am a skeletal horse." It's not. It doesn't rhyme.
You know the Black Sabbath song, War Pigs?
Sure.
Is it armies, generals gather in their masses just like witches at black masses, where masses and masses are the rhyme, which is the same word. Well, I mean, it is technically a different meaning, a different definition.
I suppose if you're cool enough,
But-
you can pull it off.
Yeah.
But if you're just this guy in
If
a
you're
jester's
Aussie,
hat,
you can pull it off.
yeah, like, you know,
Rest in peace, Aussie. He's
It's
probably going to be dead when this
that
comes out.
delivery. God, the fucking purely portion curse will hit him. He's not been very well. Fuck me.
So he's in the pub now. Fuck off, you dead horse cunt. Fuck off, get out of pub. Fuck off, you dead horse cunt. Or I'll hit you with this club.
Oh, I seem to like him.
It feels like that guy, the middle guy, is the one he's speaking on behalf.
I see, of the horse because
Yeah.
it's dead. Would it really be a problem if it ate and drank all the booze anyway? Because it would just fall through it.
It's a bit like that weird thing in Spirited Away,
Right.
where just massive mouth opens where you wouldn't think your mouth was, and it just eats everything.
It would be better if they weren't speaking Welsh.
Well, no, it'd be better if I understood Welsh, is how I'm thinking it. I think it's fine for the Welsh people to be speaking Welsh in Wales during their Welsh folklore event.
No, you're right. This doesn't.
Bing bong a bing bong bing. I think I understood that. Dr. Martens. So why have we got a lunchbox?
Open the
I
box.
can imagine this is you're going to school and this is your lunchbox.
This is our
Got 2
supplies.
packs of Jaffa cake, 2 Capri-Sun. Can we have a Capri-Sun? Should we treat ourselves?
Giant straws.
Do you like the scary face on it?
Did it always have a scary
We're not
face on it?
sponsored by Capri-Sun. Is this a Finding
Is that a
Nemo
tie-in with
thing?
Avatar? Who is that?
It's either Avatar or Finding Nemo. I thought it was a fish. I guess
Why
it's
would
just
it be a fish?
the pouch's face. Now, do you know how to do these?
You're going to teach me, aren't you?
You know how to do these.
Why are you looking
wanna-
so cack-handed about it already?
Because you need the flat area to put the straw into, like that.
Wow, you're a natural.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hello?
There's a knock on the door.
Come in. Who is this?
Come in.
Oh my God.
Yes. Keep it going.
Wel, dyma ni'n diwedd. Gyfeillion diniwedd I ofyn. Am gennaid I ofyn cam gennaid. I ofyn cam gennaid I ganu. Mae Mari Lwyd yma a ser ar I bannau yn werth I roi golau, yn werth I roi golau, yn werth I roi golau nos heno.
Trying to figure out who it. Oh, we got a reply.
Bing, bing, bong. Bing, bong, bing, bong. You do what?
Bing bongy dingy bong.
A bingy, bongy, bingy, bong.
Mae Mari Lwyd Lawed yn dod yn y dafarn. I ofyn am arian, I ofyn am arian, I ofyn am arian a chwrw.
A bing, bong. Fuck off. You skeletal fuck and Welshman, you're not welcome in here.
Oh,
please leave us.
It's got a rhyme. Welcome in, you beautiful horse. If you want a Jaffa cake, you can have one, of course.
Lewis and Simon, you're sat on your asses, doing Welsh impressions, doing Welsh impressions, doing Welsh impressions, borderline xenophobic.
That's actually very rude, David. How dare you? I'm a Welsh dog and I'm allowed to speak with a Welsh accent.
Well, thank you. Simon and Lewis will come in with Mary Lwyd here, with Mary Lwyd here, with Mary Lwyd here to eat Jaffas.
At first I thought it was Sarah, but I'm not sure. I think it might. Is it Luke under there?
Oh, no.
Oh, fuck!
Oh,
fuck! No.
I've got the Jaffas, we'll eat all the Jaffas. I'll take that, you bastard! I'll take that, you bastard! You give it to us to eat. Bing bong, bing bong,
Bing bong, bing bong, bing, bingy, bingy, bongy, bongy, bing, bing, bing.
Bach yn mynd i'r coed, esgyd newid ar bod coed, ag I bach yn dŵad a dro wedi codi, oes gysio hyn bong, bing bong, bing.
bing bong,
Bing bong, bing, bing, bong, bing bong, bing, bingy, bongy, bing.
Even o Lewis yn gwybod mewn cariad, yn cael ei briodau yn cael rhyw.
Da fan a skeletal horse have
Pobly
taken all
cum,
out.
yaki da.
Bing bong, bing bong, bing.
Probably come, yaki da.
Bing bong, bing bong, bing, bing bong, bing bong, bing.
Oh my god.
Fuck me.
Incredible. Careful now. Off you go, Mary. See you next year.
Move on.
Ah!
Well, that's all.
I am so glad we got the Mary Lwyd. My fucking laurel is gone.
That was worth every thing I had
That
to
was
endure
magical.
today.
That was the most magical experience of my life.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, David.
Is that the end?
For this
I feel like
segment,
that's a good place to end.
We've got members' mail time.
Oh fuck, we got
Yeah.
more. We need Daft back in here actually for this question. Can we go and get him back in here just real quick? Many Welsh school children will remember the halls of that word
Llangranog.
being haunted by the Black Nun.
Well, yes, and people were terrified. People wouldn't sleep. We had bunk beds, and people would be crying. People would buy nun costumes in year 7 and wear them and scare people in the hallway.
Wow.
It's very funny. And we never really thought. We just didn't really think about what the Black Nun actually meant. But I imagine it's a nun dressed in black.
like all nuns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like every nun.
So just a nun.
yeah. But it was like real fear of people being so scared of like first time away in year 7 from their parents, and the idea that this nun is going to go and eat them or kill them or
Only
take advantage.
11.
So it's like Slender Man
Yeah. So yeah, exactly.
or Momo.
I was thinking about the Conjuring spin-off movie. Wasn't that just called The Nun?
Yes, I think it was.
So it was based on the thing from The Conjuring 2 that had the picture of the nun. Do you remember that? The jump scare. where she just comes out of the painting.
The painting, the drive, the car that's driving down the beautiful countryside, and then
No, not that jump scare movie, not that 20-year-old fucking video.
you know that one though.
Jesus, everyone knows that one.
Anyway, that is the Black Nun, and it's. I feel like everyone in Wales knows it, and no one else does. So,
Did you heard of Carrie Lwyd before?
Mary Lwyd. Yeah,
Mary
yeah,
Lwyd.
yeah. Of course.
Of course.
Yeah.
What does it mean? Mary's mare, right?
Mary's a name, and Lwyd is grey.
Oh.
Grey Mary.
Grey Mary.
Who maybe was probably like a horse. Dunno.
He's kind of chill.
It's
he
a
just
she.
wants to. She's kind of.
So a mare. But Mary doesn't mean mare.
Mary means marry.
But not mare, like as in female horse.
So it's Mary.
Yeah, it's Mary.
Right.
I don't know. Maybe someone's going to slate me in the comments, but I just thought it was a name. I don't fucking know.
And it's like 1,000-year-old tradition, question mark?
Something like that. I don't know. We learned about it in school. We never did it.
Did you ever do a rap battle?
Never.
This must
Until
have
now.
made your
It's Welsh
whole
rap battle.
life
It
doing
is.
this.
It's such a good
was.
idea. I reckon it should be done more.
Well, we'll do it. Oh, I'm not sure. When is it normally done? Over Christmas? I think it's over Christmas.
Just before Christmas or something? Maybe we should
Matt's
do it.
nodding.
We
Jingle
should do
Jam.
it for Jingle Jam.
We'll go door to door and raise money.
With
Yeah.
a skeleton horse
Ring
rap
bong,
battle.
ring bong, ring, donate to the jingle jam.
And if they don't give us a good rap battle back, we
Fuck their house.
bash our way into their house
Yes.
and steal all their food and
That's
drink.
good. We might make the news, the actual real news on telly and stuff.
They might actually start paying attention to us.
Fantastic. Right, okay.
Thank
well,
you,
then,
Dav.
no problem.
Thank you, Dad. That's what they said, Dad, in their
They
message.
did.
But they meant
Dav.
they meant Dav.
David. Thank you, David.
Thank you.
Members mail time. Thank you, members, for writing in. Niall has written in. He says, there is a local legend within my small country farmer village about a large spruce tree
Oh.
beside the church on Halloween. It is told that this huge spruce tree, which is out of place from all the other oak tree in the village, there must be no hint of light from any source. Only the light can come from the moon's presence. It's said if you run around this hulking tree 17 times, on the 18th spin, while the dark is at its night is at its darkest, you will meet the devil face to face. There is also something in the local water supply that makes anyone who was raised drinking it file for divorce and or cheat on their partners.
Yeah, IDK, probably a mermaid in a well or something.
Niall, thank you for your
Niall.
insane message.
That was insane.
Jonathan has written in about his bananas.
What?
My local region of Nottingham is haunted by... Yes, we went through this. The mysterious bowl of peeled bananas
What
that
do you mean
appears.
we went through this?
Did we not talk about this on the podcast? The mysterious bowl of peeled bananas? On this very peculiar portion?
Did we?
Nobody knows. Maybe it was cut. Nobody knows who puts it there or why. But I used to walk past it twice a day, watching as the
Wait,
bananas...
where? Where is it? Where is this bowl of bananas?
Look, it was in a northern village. There were these bananas
No,
just
but-
appearing
but-
on the street. Peeled.
On the street.
A little bowl of peeled bananas. Yes, it became quite a thing. I promise. Whether all this is some sort of fey trickery, a religious ritual, or merely an attempt to ward away Xylus, because he's allergic to bananas,
Oh.
is currently unknown. Zoe has written in and says, when living in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, I always
it's
heard
that
the
weird bit of
story
it that shouldn't really be Michigan.
of the
But
pool,
somehow it is. It should be Wisconsin, right? It's that bit.
the Paulding Light. It was first reported in the 1960s. The legend states that the valley once contained railroad tracks, and the light is the lantern of the railroad brakeman who was killed attempting to stop an oncoming train.
That feels like there's 100 stories in the UK similar to
I feel like
that.
I've played that in a video game as well. That's a good one, Zoe, though. Classic train. It's a recent as well. It's like the 1960s. It's not a 1,000-year-old pagan horror. It's like basically modern day. Can you imagine? Oh, I love that. I love that ghost stuff where it's like, oh, a ghost of... I dropped my mobile phone and, you know...
What?
It's like these modern day...
Oh, right. like creepypastas. Is that what
Yeah,
you're talking
yeah.
about?
But like people were like, my dead brother's replying to my emails,
Oh fuck!
telling me to watch something on Netflix.
It's just Netflix emailing,
Jack's
saying they got a new season
Bigfoot.
of something out.
Jack's found.
Can you read it really like spookily? Like this is like a creepypasta
Jack.
podcast.
This one is a little weird.
Can we have some creepy music underneath on a little audio bed?
As a kid, I grew up Mormon.
Oh God, that's terrifying!
And there's an odd, uniquely Mormon interpretation of Bigfoot, in which he's believed to be Cain, from the story of Cain and Abel.
Well, obviously.
In the Bible. As Cain was cursed to wander the earth unclothed and hairy.
I don't know if the Bible mentions that he has to be unclothed and hairy, but maybe it does.
I think it's been perpetrated from the very early LDS pioneer days. I didn't realize it was a widespread belief until I was out of the church and I saw it mentioned by someone else who was deconstructing, and I realized how ridiculous it is.
I like that though. That's a good. I don't think I've heard that before.
So
I'm saying, not saying I believe it,
Bigfoot's,
but I'm saying it's a good theory.
I like
isn't
hearing
it?
a new idea of what Bigfoot is.
Yeah,
they've been around for a while. Cato's Nurken?
I think it's an isn't it? Oh no, that's the umlaut one. What's the
Norken?
Norken.
Maybe it's an O with a line through it.
Does anyone know how to pronounce an O with a line through it?
Oh. When I was in early elementary school, me and my friends would often go home to the friend who had a swampy forest near his house.
What?
We would go inside to play Super Smash Brothers, but one time...
Oh, I thought he meant inside the forest. I was like, that's a strange place. Like, what?
We would go in... No, they once went into the swamp. At the time, we were being taught about ancient folklore in a school.
Right.
And we were particularly interested in a swamp monster called Njochen.
Can we find out how this is pronounced? Can we Google it and define? Just see what happens.
But
can you not copy and
use your imagination?
Let us know in the comments.
He was known, the Njochen was known to lure his victims into lakes and swamps and then to drown them. It was often used as a scare tactic by parents to keep kids away from dangerous bodies of water. Fair enough. We put our backpacks to the side of the road and went down a hillside to where there was a small lake with some ducks.
What if the ducks was the Nurken?
The ducks was evenly spaced out and pretty far from each other. And as we watched, we suddenly noticed something sticking out of the water not too far from the ducks.
Yeah,
I feel like
a bit of wood.
I feel like the ducks being part of this story makes it a lot less scary. If you're going to write like a creepy horror story to tell around a campfire, maybe don't have like a cute bunch of ducks, unless they're being like.
But this isn't like a fictional story. This is a real life.
This is real story. This is a real story that happened.
And they just happen to be ducks
Cato.
there.
All right. Well, we're just going to carry on. Maybe the ducks are relevant. It was hard to see, but the thing was shaped like a crook, but it also looked like some sort of elephant's trunk. It was bobbing in and out of the water with about 10-second interviews, and each time it surfaced, it became closer to one of the ducks. Not too far from the duck, it went under again, and after some delay, the duck was suddenly pulled underwater and disappeared. Few minutes went by, and the crook trunk resurfaced again, now bobbing slowly towards next duck. We watched in total silence as this happened to 2 to 3 more ducks.
Oh my God.
Can't really remember how exactly many ducks there was. After the last duck got pulled under, nothing came back up again and the lake was totally empty. We waited for 15 mins or so for something to happen, but it never did. The ripples in the water was long gone and the entire surface was flat and quiet.
That is legitimately a creepy story.
We visited the lake a few more times in the following month and never saw nothing like that again. And I will never forget this story. We didn't really talk much about this incident apart from one time where my friend that lived there made plans to craft a raft out of a pallet with nails sticking out the bottom for protection to sail out on the lake and look for the monster. Luckily, he never followed through with his plan, and I think everyone have forgotten about it. I've never told this story as I think it sounds too made up for anyone to take seriously. But
Sounds
your
great.
prompt reminded me of
Sounds great.
this moment.
Right.
We have the production, okay, Alex over there, has Googled for us.
We can't just open it as a link. There we go. Right, get rid of all that shit.
Nokken pronunciation in Norwegian. You ready?
Nøkken.
Oh.
Nøkken.
Nicken.
Nokken.
Nicken.
Sounds like a brand.
Nøkken.
Nicken.
It does.
Nikken.
It's very...
Nicken.
Nøkken.
Nicken.
Thank you,
Nikken.
Alex. I'm not sure.
Nicken.
Okay.
Oh.
More.
But that was a good one. I like that one.
That was good. I'm going to do the rest. Cameron's Howler. We have a creature called the Ozark Howler, or the Ozark Black Howler. Locals have...
It's just a white guy in blackface.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Locals have heard things they could not describe, have seen things that couldn't be described. As an animal you would expect to find in the heart of the Ozark wilderness. Its terrifying sound and eerie presence has been seen in more remote parts of the Missourian and Arkansan Ozarks and even farther west in Oklahoma. Me and a friend were in the woods around 12 in the morning.
What?
And
Do you mean midnight?
And heard something I can only
12 in
describe
the morning?
as the Ozark Howler.
What is 12 in the morning?
It's indescribable, but it can only be described as the Ozark.
What's 12 in the morning? Is it midnight or noon? I would assume it'd be midnight.
Stop. I'm 24 and I've spent many of those.
There is no 12 in the morning.
I have never heard anything like it since, and I refuse to be out there when the sun goes down. Cameron's Howler's out there, the Ozark Howler.
It's going to come for you.
It's coming.
Ooh! What if it's just that? Just a naked man. Ooh!
That is a good reason to stay indoors at night.
The next one's pretty long, so you can edit here if you want.
No, let's do this.
Fuck, it's so long, Lewis.
There's a man. If someone's written in.
Is that the first time you've ever heard someone say that?
Someone's written in from Australia.
Oh, bloody almighty is it going?
Here in Victoria, we have the legend of the Button Man, an old bushman who is said to spend months at a time living in the high country, who wanders from campsite to campsite, making piles of stones, often taking from campers, or playfully fucking with their camp in some way. So yeah, like a lot of people have seen him.
So it's the homeless guy that goes around and steals things.
Yeah, and I mean...
Steals golden syrup and tea bags. It's literally what it says. And then he leaves a little pile of stones behind.
This is how these fucking folklore things get started. Do you know what I mean? You don't want the button man to bother you. You have to leave out 1 tin of golden syrup and 3 back boxes of Yorkshire tea.
Do you see the last paragraph? We, group of friends, did it as a joke. Did what? They left an offering for him.
A drink and a non-perishable snack.
And he fucking showed up. We were absolutely munted in our swags.
That's the most Australian thing. But one of the boys saw his silhouette through his swag vent walk around the camp.
Fucking hell, munted in our swags. I think that means terrified in our tents, right? Or sleeping bags.
There was a note one of the boys wrote on the inside of a Macca's bag that said, "We love you, Button Man."
Oh.
Apparently he laughed, took the beer and packet of jerky and left.
Well, that's kind of a wholesome story, question mark.
Yeah, don't want to be... Do you know what? I think that would work for a lot of...
You ever been munted in a swag?
But, well, I feel like for most of these creepy things, you know, leaving out some bit of beef jerky.
Yeah.
they'd be chewing on that instead of you.
Or instead of the ducks, those poor ducks.
Yeah, chuck a bit of beef jerky out. And finally, Jack has written in about a dog bridge. Question mark, the one from Yogpod?
I think we've talked about this. The bridge that dogs would just jump off of.
I see, the dog suicide bridge.
Yeah.
That, I do not remember when we talked about that. But we are now old. I come from a town in the west of Scotland called Dumbarton, who young Archie is meant to be Earl of, but Harry and Meghan rejected it on the grounds it had dumb in it.
I don't know if that's true or not.
That sounds insane. Towards the woodlands, there is a bridge that is meant to have importance to ancient druids, the Overtoun Bridge. Now, since the 1950s, at least 300 dogs
300 dogs.
have leapt from it down the 50-foot drop.
300 dogs.
Now, accounts from owners have said their dogs first froze.
Look.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God. Damn it.
He's seeing something that's not there. In Scotland. Don't do it, Daff.
What happens next?
Then they overcome with a desire to leap over the high stone railings.
Ah! Oh, fuck.
Oh, my God. So stricken by grief, the White Lady of the house, the widow of the house's first baron, is said to haunt the bridge.
Hey, boy.
He's fine, everyone.
He's fine. He's fine. He didn't die. Not this time.
There are rational theories as to why dogs jump, but the Scottish Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals have investigated the bridge and I assume put a sign up.
They found nothing. They put a sign up for the dogs.
They put a sign up.
Saying, please don't do it. Call the suicide prevention hotline.
Dog Samaritans.
Yeah, there's always someone who will be there to talk to you.
Bark at you, yeah, or woof to you. How do Welsh dogs speak again?
Good boy, good boy.
It just says good boy down the line.
You go, oof, oof.
Yeah.
Oof.
Good boy. William Shatner done a Weird or What episode on the bridge. You can watch it on YouTube if you want, or not. That is all we got time for. Thank you for writing in. Thank you, members.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, viewers. Thank you, listeners. That was cracking.
Members, don't forget to check out Boba's Bits.
Yeah, we're going to get Boba in here now and do some more drivel.
No, it's going to be great. There's going to be some great content. We might have like some version of a BuzzFeed quiz to determine whether or not we want to fuck each other. Literally what she did last time or the time before.
It's cracking.
Oh, we'll have Davith doing a silly task.
That's
fun.
do a task.
This is what you're missing out on if you're not a member.
We have to bet on whether or not he can do the task. It's always a toss-up.
Oh my God, what if...
Because he's awful at tasks.
What if he's dressed up as the Merry Lwyd and he's going round trying to get food from strangers' houses in Bristol?
Fuck, that's such a good idea. I would pay very good members money if he was doing
God.
That.
I don't know what it is, though. It could be anything. It's got to be something folklore connected, right? Vaguely. Maybe. Well.
All right, we're going to stop. Thank you, everyone. And goodbye.